Okay, so let's look at the competitive analysis very quickly. Now, basically, let's look at your competitive strategies. How do they actually sell the product? How do they market? How do they do their sales tactics? Now, if you know how to do it, then if you can find out what they do, how they do it, then you got a way to actually do some strategy to overcome the challenges, if that makes sense. And also, you can actually put a better strategy for your own business and also to war off our competitors now. Very important, okay? So let's go through the process, really. It's only a couple of steps. The first step is determine your competitors. Who are those people? Okay, so what do they do? If you're making honey syrup, for example, who are those people that's doing similar things? Or counseling services or Reiki or selling e-commerce product or services, whatever it is. Who are those competitors? What is their product? What are they offering? How do they do their sales tactics? What are the results? Do they sell a lot? My cousin used to go to a car dealer because he wanted to be a car dealer for all the things that, someone would want to do because he's lazy. So it makes sense, so he's actually very successful as a car seller, just in case he, ever hear this stuff. But he actually used to go to the car dealers and watch his competitors and just see what they do. How many people walk through, how does the sales people talk to the customers, and how many turnover, how many people sign. I mean, he watches. I'm talking about for months. That's what he does. But guess what he was doing? He was washing the cars. He was actually working as a car washer. So he's watching like that. Incredible. Then he set up his own business. So it's actually quite funny. Okay. So, but take a look at the pricing, see if they offer anything special. And then also if they're going to ship stuff, how much do they charge? And if you also shifting stuff too, how much would it cost you? Can you get the same prices as they have? Okay. So this is more about negotiating with your delivery logistic company. So if you have enough volume, they can give you discount. So, I used to do, I'm still doing it anyway, but I know how to reduce it anyway. Not going in there anymore. Look at the markets, and their products, and also look at their content strategy. Now, this is about the social media, the websites. What do they put out? Do they send emails? All those things. The Twitter account, all those things. Have a look at it. Now, also look at what type of technologies, okay, they use, and also look at the engagement. What type of content do they put out, and how many people like it, share it, or do any sort of following. Okay, so if you see a video had 1,000 views, or a picture, they did some sort of a short video, there's 1,000 views, that's pretty good. So if they got 100,000, what would that be? What does it mean to you guys? So have a look at those things. Also look at the promotional materials. Whatever they put out, have a look. How they spend a lot of money to do it. So learn from it. That's what I do. Copywriting. I learn from other people. If you had to do it yourself, and you got to learn from, if you don't have a structure to learn it or a way of writing it, then it's actually quite costly and expensive. So it's really important to test that out. Look at the social media, look at the strategies, okay? And also the platform they use. Very important to look at it. And then just do a SWOT analysis, look at the strength, look at all those things that we talk about. Weaknesses, opportunity, and threats, okay? And if you do that, then you can actually really got to know your customers. I mean, not your customer, your competitors. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here and go to the next video. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to marketing promotional activities. So we're going to go through a couple of things here. Now, this is a table that you should be able to find in the, what do you call that? In the, let me share screen again. Just bear with me. I'm going to share screen with you one more time. Where's the screen share? Okay, so I'm going to share screen for you onto the, where's the marketing customers? I've got too many things open, just bear with me, guys. Too many items, like always. Okay, so that's the one. Let me go here again. Inbox, that's not right. Zoom, oh, that's the one. There you go. Okay, now you should be able to download your PDF file for today and also the competitive analysis. Okay, so if I go into it, let me open it. All you need to do, by the way, you got a link for this. Okay, so just click on the link. If you went in, oh, geez, I will share the link with you because I remember some of you did not show up today. So I'll give you a link for that and then just go in there and download it. Okay, so then you can open it. It's the same thing. I put it there for you for a reason. So I'm going to download and save on the desktop. And then I can open it. Now, for this one, I need to also go back to new share. Okay, so, and now you should be able to see it, I think. You can share. Hopefully you can see it. Let's stop sharing again. Just gonna share again. Yep, there you go. Now this is a template that I got for everybody. Now you don't have to go to these crazy details, okay? But we did talk about product marketing strategy and all that stuff. So I thought I'd put it there. You don't have to, it's not a requirement. And the business plan doesn't even go that much detail in this. This is full on heavy duty stuff. So, but what we can do is look at the competitor stuff, okay? So now we talked about it before. You can always go in here and then, so I'm just gonna make it a bit easier for everybody to see, okay? So the business profile, so you got three competitors, so put those three people there. What type of product they do, okay? So write it down. How do they distribute it? What type of price they do? And the payment options. Now, remember the billing strategy in the one pager? We already done that. So for yourself, so we want to see how is our competitor getting paid. Okay, so it's really important. The other one is the customer service. What type of customer service do they have? Do they have any good online rating, review, their reputation, all those kind of things is really important. Now, the next one is your supply chain. So how do they sell? The placement, which is the placement that we're talking about. Do they have multiple places? So if you think about it, makeups and all that stuff usually go to my retail store to buy makeups. But Avon's, on the other hand, chose a different distribution channel. They're using salespeople, like a networking. So, like what do you call that? Like Amway, using networking type business to sell it, and it works really well for them. Okay, so how do they sell? Their branding, the brand differences, what advantage? So do they do a better, cheaper, cost saving, extra service, and all that stuff? And how do they actually do the marketing? Okay, what message they use? So if you can get those things and write it down, you've done your marketing. You've done your competitive analysis already. Okay, so that's really important. Now, before we were talking about the prices, so I was going through the marketing mix. So the products, what's your product? And if you only have one product, can you, break it into different type of, products? For example, if you sell perfume, you got this small version like 10 ml, 50 ml, 100 ml. So even though you only got one product, but you can break it into three different type of different product lines, okay? So that's what you can do. Now, prices, we've done pricing earlier. So you can do the cost plus a percentage, or, using the competitor's price or what the customer willing to pay, or the life cycle, okay? So you can do that using those one. This one is about placement. So how do you distribute your goods and services? Okay, so if you're a counselor, you can only do it one place at a time. True, but with internet, you can actually still reach very far, even overseas, using Zoom, the team, or what was the other one? Skype. Okay. The next one is promotion. So how do they promote their goods and services? Social media, advertising, TV ads, radio. So, we do spend a lot of time driving, and when you drive, you listen to radio, and advertising is one of the things you could use, or even emails, so they are the things that you could use. Now, for those of you, you probably say, hey, how come there's few more? Well, there's actually more than 7, okay? So, but we want to go to focus on the 4, because they are the most important four that you could use. So product price and placement and promotion, they're the most important. So we're going to stick with that. We're not going to go any further. Now, you can, but let's keep it simple because it's complicated as it is, to write all this, doing financials and everything else. So it's good to just keep it simple. Now, so let me do the sharing again because you probably don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm going into now. So I'll go back to the PowerPoint. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. So we talk about the first four. Now, don't need to go any further than that. The first four is enough, okay? Now, the next one is your marketing strategies, okay? So this is where you need to write at least 3 marketing strategy. Now, whatever that is, okay? So for example, if you knew that if you sell 100 of your $100 products, okay, over the 1 year, you will make what? $100 not that much. It's only $10,000. So let's say 200 at $100. Now that will be $200 for $200, yeah, $100 for 200. Let's say I don't know, haircuts. Okay, that will give you $20,000. Now, one of our goal in the one pager was simple. We want to be able to make at least $25,000, and that will give us roughly about 13 grand for net profits. Now, that is the sum that the government's paying you guys for the C program or on the Centrelink. Okay, so you want to be able to at least cover that. So that will be one of our goals, is to sell enough haircuts, massages, counseling service, bottle of something, if you're selling bottle of something, or doing exhibition, you need to have enough people coming through. You charge them a fee, so those things, or, if you're doing customized knives or clothing or doing gym, doing personal training, you need to have enough people coming through. So write it down, be realistic, be clear, okay, so you can measure it. 100 in 12 months, at this price, achievable. And the segmentation, so who are these customers? Now, we're going to do some more work on our segmentations, okay, so based on the city that you guys reside in, or a city that actually have enough money or people. Because there was one city only had like 3,000 or 4,000 people in it. So if you try to sell that, I mean, because the one of the participants lives in that area, I mean, there's no way you can sell to only 4,000. 1% is only 40, so you're not going to make enough money. So got to be able to look beyond that. Okay, so it's very important. And the other thing is how you position yourself and what is your value proposition. What makes you different? What makes you stand out? So you got to have a look at those things. We talk a lot about it today, so I'm not going to repeat too much, but you know what I'm talking about. What makes people want to buy from you? Because your product is unique, because your service is different, okay? Because people love talking to you, and that makes a lot of difference, because you got a nice personality, people just, drawn to you, so you can sell them things, Now, the program means about the 7P, which is your 4. So just need to focus on the 4. You'll be fine. Don't go crazy on it. Now, this is the marketing action plan. This is where you break down for everything that you're going to do. And then you put a timing on it, you put a budget, you put a KPI. Okay, so now this one will be in the marketing plan. I think they require a couple of these. So this today, we didn't really gone into a lot of details. So on Tuesday, we'll cover that again, just in case, but it's good to do it. So for example, you're gonna have social media. The task is to post twice a week. Who's gonna do it? You. How often do you do it? Each week. What's the budget? You don't have to use budget because just posting things and putting picture you can download for free. KPIs could be like, share, or subscribe, or what do you call that? Following. Okay, so they are the things you could use. So quite simple, but you need to have this stuff because you need to follow an action plan. To get 100 customer, let's say, or 200 customer, you need to reach about 20,000, 40,000 people. So And this is not talking about just once. I'm talking about this has to be done quite a bit, quite often, like a month. Every month you need to reach about 40 to 50,000 people. Okay, for your social media, for your advertising, whichever way you reach your target market. It's numbers only. So don't take it as an offense. You got to reach a lot of people. Sometimes you have a product or service people don't need because they don't need it. But you know what? When they need it, they will come for you and they will buy. So not even joking about that. I've seen it before. I have a friend's business, nothing happened, it's, oh, this is not going well. And then when it hits, guess what? They couldn't even stop making the products or providing the service. They grow so fast that actually the business went bust. I'm not even joking because they didn't really plan it. Anyway, great lesson to learn, but I mean, they went and built another one, so it wasn't too much an issue. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop here again, and I will speak to you